You can tell I'm getting quite passionate about this, can't you? Because I just hate the thought of anybody thinking that they can't do something when they totally can. Now I'm making this video because Kasik's Creativity asked me to give a little bit of advice on how to stay creative when you don't have much money.
What's up guys, how you doing? This is Kasik's Creativity once again, back with another video. So I had a chat with Sam Holland last weekend. I asked him to give out his views on how to stay creative when you got no money, when you're broke. And this is because most of us bring out so many excuses. Whenever we want to do something, we like complain that maybe we don't have enough money, we don't have enough equipment, resources in general. But here's the thing. There's a lot of great YouTubers out there and filmmakers who have been making great content without having expensive gear or a lot of money to actually do what they've done. And Sam Holland made a whole video out of this, so you better sit down, take a cup of coffee and listen.
I just want to remind you that it's not all about money and it's not all about the gear. It's all about you and the idea that you want to get across. And point number one is just start with what you do have. Most people in this world have a mobile phone that you can record video on or take pictures on. Now, if you don't have a mobile phone, and you can't do that, then you've got bigger problems to deal with than start being creative. I started on a £200 camera. It came with 2 lenses, one of which I sold, so effectively it cost even less than £200. And I actually did quite a bit of work with that first camera that I had. So I earned a little bit of money just doing little jobs for people, music videos, and I reinvested that money into my gear. You can take pictures for people, good enough pictures on a mobile phone these days. Use a free editing software. Lightroom Mobile is free, it's incredible. There's loads of free apps if you don't like Lightroom, but you can take some great pictures for people, some headshots, get a little bit of money, reinvest it back into some gear. You don't always have to buy the best thing or the most expensive thing. You can still achieve fantastic results with the budget options. For example, this lens that I have here, it's known as the Nifty 50. It's the Canon 50mm prime lens, 1.8, and it cost me £80 at the time. £80, and I've still got it. Incredible. I've made money using this lens. It's paid for itself time and time again. And I still use it now. So there's no reason why you can't film incredible stuff on this. It's how you use what you do have, not about what you don't have. Not only that, but you know, you've all heard of Polar Pro Peter McKinnon edition ND filters, 250 odd pounds, but you can buy Amazon versions for £15, K&F £15. We often get wrapped up in what is pushed our way, what we're seeing everybody else do, but there's nothing wrong. Yes, it might not be as well built and it may have its flaws, but you can still achieve results. Don't think that you have to buy the most expensive thing. The budget options are absolutely fine. Do what you can with that, get some money, then reinvest. If you do have a little bit of money and you're not sure where to invest it, think about what you use the most, what would be the best investment. And then you can use the money that you've got left over for a couple of other bits that you do need, but it's not essential. If you can't afford it, make it. So there was, I did a video on it actually, I'll link it up here. Prism Lens Effects do a mist filter. I think it's called the Dream Effects filter, and it gives this really nice glow. And I was going to purchase it from their website. I like helping out small businesses, but the shipping from America was really expensive, and I just thought I can't justify that at the moment. So my tip is, if you can't afford it, make your own. I bought the cheapest filter available on Amazon. It was from Gobe. In fact, it's not the cheapest, but it's one of the cheapest. Decent quality, sort of fine that I needed. And I actually put some hairspray on this, and it gives the same or a very similar effect. So, and nobody would know. That's the point. If you haven't got a gimbal, for example, there's ways around it. Put your camera in slow motion, film short little clips, get as smooth as you can handheld, and then just edit it in a way so that you're cutting out all the wobbly bits, or use some stabilization on there. There's always a way around it. So if you do have a bit of money and you want a little bit of an extra, you want a piece of gear but you can't afford it brand new, go secondhand. There's a great website called MPB. They grade all their gear, so you can choose whether you want to, how much you want to spend basically, and what condition you want to buy it in. And they're a good company that you can trust. They've been inspected properly and it's given you a full description. You get to see the pictures of the actual piece of gear that you're buying, so that's always a winner. Secondhand, great tip. When it comes to software, plugins and things like that, LUTs, audio presets, you can do what I've done and make my own. And there's plenty. I've got videos on how to make your own LUTs and audio presets. Just make your own. Yes, it requires a little bit of extra time, but what's more important, if you've not got any money, then you've got no choice but to make your own. Make your own assets and presets. Be patient. You don't have to have everything that you think you need and want in one go. You don't need it right away. It's taken me this far to have what I do have. That's come out of hard work and patience. You know, there's still loads of things I want, but I enjoy looking forward to saving up for those things and being able to afford them from working hard at that thing. So just be patient. If you're watching this, you probably have got enough to make something anyway. You've probably got a camera, probably got a decent enough lens, maybe a light, but you don't always need a light. You can do it without all this extra stuff that you think you need. Learn how to use the gear that you do have inside out. Become a master at that one piece of gear first. Like, I know this lens inside out now. I know the capabilities of it. I know my favorite parts about it. I know my favorite focal lengths of this lens. I know how it works in different light situations. And I've used it almost exclusively, really. But I am ready for that next lens because there's certain things that I would like to achieve now with a different lens. I would never let not having this other lens stop me from doing anything now. I can still do things with this lens and I would never not do anything because of that. So become a master at the gear that you do have. Don't upgrade until you are, and be honest with yourself. Do you actually know your camera inside out? Do you know the capabilities? Do you know the downfalls? Do you know your lens? Do you know your light? Whatever it is. Your microphones. Don't just go for the best one because everybody is saying that's the best one. Do you know how to actually capture audio and make it sound crisp and clear? If not, then you're not ready to upgrade yet. I just want to add like a little bonus thing to think about here. Usually, if you're making an excuse not to do something, like I haven't got any money or enough money, or I haven't got that bit of gear, I haven't got that lens, I haven't got that camera, it usually means that you can't be bothered to go out and do something. And if that's the case, that's a good sign that you shouldn't be doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because if you're making excuses, it's not the right thing for you.
I remember starting out creating content with a Samsung camcorder, which was this tiny little camera you can walk around with, and it has no manual functions when it comes to videos. And I used that same camera to create content for a very long time, and until at the point where the battery died and I had to like start renting for cameras whenever I wanted to create content. There's a lot of great videos that I've already made that I used the kit lens and people didn't notice, which comes with every camera you see. You know, it's there. It's very cheap. It's there on the camera, and by default, when you just buy a camera, you just find it there. On the music video I shot with the Afrikaners, the cover by Jukes, there is a scene that you see Paul singing and there's smoke coming up on the floor, you know, and it was a great shot. There's this shot we took with the talent, like a B-roll shot. She was like dancing and it was like a dreamy effect on it, and we had smoke and stuff. Actually, the smoke was not from the smoke machine. We actually took mosquito pills and burned them, and these these mosquito pills actually produce a lot of thick smoke, and we actually use that smoke in the video. This Canon 7D I'm using right now, I bought this camera second hand. It has been almost 3 years now I'm using this same camera, and it has brought me tons of money, and it's still giving me tons of money. Tons of money. Tons of money. Tons of money. You can also get free audio presets from YouTube videos. Sam Holland actually, on one of his videos, which he gave out a free audio preset, which I'm using till now, and it's awesome. Go check out Sam Holland, you'll find great stuff there. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you, Sam Holland, for actually making this video. I believe that this video will help a lot of you guys out there. So go check out Sam Holland's YouTube channel. It will be linked on the end screen annotation, but also on the description down below, and you can go and subscribe to his channel. And you know, he makes great gear reviews, he makes great tutorials. Go check him out, subscribe to his channel. Awesome. So for the shout outs, we got Jordan of course, Jordan Danny63, Udom Ambassadors, Musa Kitunga, Tony Magnetics, Tony Sanga, The Mains Range Z, Philip, and of course Sam Holland. To get a shout out on the next video, make sure you leave a comment on this YouTube video right here or any of my YouTube videos, and I'll give you a shout out. Whenever I see your comment, I go check them out, I reply, I give you likes, you know, and I give you shout outs, because I truly appreciate every single one of you guys. Subscribe, like this video, share the content.